Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree? I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills. At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? In Myrtle Beach, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's gonna get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working our off for nothing. Do we need to move somewhere for a better job opportunity that we don't know about? Do any of y'all really know what you want to do with your life right now? It is so scary being in America right now.
Honestly, it is really hard to think or say which is worse, to be broke in your 20s or broke in your 30s. Looking all the stories of, having this very hard life, a lot of these people are struggling. You need to understand that it is not only one cause of all this, very bad labor market, very bad inflation. There are multiple different, negative impacts that happen not only in the US but around the world, and they all happen at the same time. Sure, you can go that out of, conspiracy that everything was kind of planned and kind of structured, but generally speaking, if you want to stay more objective and just stick to the facts, it is very very bad luck for this generation. I would say bad luck for even previous generations, and I really don't know what is going to happen with the future generations, because sure, there is a small segment of very very young people right now that are doing very well. Are they lucky that they're just teens now when the AI is booming and they understand AI the way the previous kids understood video games? We're about to find out. But
what am I doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke. Like, I have a decent job, I make some decent money, but I live out here in Cali. Like, bro, as soon as I get paid, I have all these bills stacked up, bro, that shit wipes me clean. Like, fuck, I got no money left over. Making $100,000 a year doesn't get you anywhere nowadays.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking dollars already. I literally have $10 left on my account. So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago, and I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews and still nothing. Like, what the f is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here.
I do understand that there is a very strong and powerful segment of life where if you're born in the right time, the beginning of the bull market, 40, 50 years ago, when you were born during the baby booming, right, you made tons of money without knowing anything more specific, more niche than other people. You just born times where the economy was booming, everyone around the world, there was no longer wars, the inflation was very low, the federal interest rate was close to zero, the houses were at $150,000, everything was affordable, people were traveling and having a good life. Well, this was simply luck. You cannot choose when to be born, or what kind of economy live through, right? So I genuinely believe that if you want to stick to the facts, it's a very high chance that your life will be determined by luck. In which times you were born, you could have been born through the First World War or Second World War. Right? It's not good.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month. I mean, that's just, it's unbelievable. And my heart hurts today. Truly hurts. for people who are not able. And we're living.
Bro, the cost of living is insane right now. Like, what are we doing? I swear before COVID in my area, $20 an hour was like, you balling, you good. Now, people that making $20 an hour, I'm like, man, how are they surviving? Like, this is insane. Fast food places are paying $20 an hour now. So $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour. Obviously, all of this is relative to where you live. So my $20 an hour where I live in Northern Virginia may be your $16 an hour, or maybe your $30 an hour. It all really depends on where you live. Like, I can't be the only one that sees this stuff. Like, I can't be the only one that understands what's going on. And it honestly worries me that there's some people out there that make less than that. Like, think about the people out there that's making minimum wage. Like, probably have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to make up for, you know, a livable income. It's insane.
I'm just mad. I'm just mad anymore. There's no reason for me to be like, yay, America, like, we're so great, we're so free, we're so powerful. I'm starving. I have to go without so that my kid can maybe have Pop-Tarts once a month. Shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't have to go like, let's see, we haven't had meat in like, a long time, because guess what? We can't afford it, okay? But yet we're the ones working every day to make this country go round and round. But we're not worth being able to have decent food, or the amount of food that we need to have one of our family members go without. I'm done. I'm so done. It shouldn't be this way. And I know that it's not just this way for me.
Living in America is freaking ridiculous right now. 2 to 3 grand on average. You need to make 2 to 3 times that. $9,000 a month. How many people with regular bachelor degrees are even making that? No one.
How do y'all enjoy your weekends when you're broke? Am I the only one saying this? But like, you ever work all week, you realize you ain't got no money, then the weekend rolls around, and you think to yourself, I can't enjoy it because I got no money to do nothing. I remember in the summertime, one time I was like getting ready to go get gas to mow my lawn, and I realized I was broke and had to like take money off my overdraft, my checking account, just to buy fuel for my lawnmower. But I'm like, I just want to be able to enjoy my weekend and feel like I got a few extra dollars, or like when I'm mowing my lawn, I want to take pride in that. But I can't explain the feeling that you get when you're broke on a weekend. You just almost feel guilty.
You could have been born through the Shakespeare's times, right? Where people had a life expectancy of 30 years, right? So again, the foundation, it's always luck. And then you should see, what you can actually do with your luck, what you can do with the current assets that you possess. You might be artistic, right? A lot of people utilize this. You might be very hard-working individual, very good in physical activities, right? Because people are praising side hustles. Side hustle means just another job. And people who work multiple different jobs, they don't get wealthy over time. They get tired over time, right? So you don't really get to find a solution for your issues or problems financially. You kind of try to patch certain financial gaps, try to pay off some of the bills, try to keep up with the inflation and the cost of living, but you don't really find a solution for your problems. So if you want to be objective, we're having a very, very bad luck at this very moment, right? Because we're still in process of changes. It's not, all settled down. And now people can actually, start to look around, try to find, okay, where the wind is blowing, how we're going to actually build up the new careers, or, reclassify, or at least, respecialize our skill set. Things are still moving left and right. You don't really know what to learn. What if the AI bubble bursts like never before and no one wants to touch AI for the next, let's say, 5 years?
Okay, so when exactly did middle class just become pure survival mode? I'm talking like the hunter-gatherer stage of humanity. Because think about it like this, just one mistake, one minute mistake away from sleeping under a bridge.
The quiet way, how many people are actually losing their buying power and effectively experiencing disinflationary pricing wherever they go only happens when they try to pay for something, right? The same thing, you don't understand how little you earn until you actually see your paycheck. You see all the deductions, you see all the taxes, right? The quiet way people going broke. And again, it has been happening. This is not a new thing. The thing is that now the escalation or the majority of the issues for people are becoming the money issue, right? Before it has always been like money issue plus something else, like money issue plus something else. Now it's money issue plus money issue. And as you can see, a lot of these people are experiencing almost the same problems. It always comes down from the economic standpoint, where the economy doesn't really reward the people who are working the hardest, or the people who have consistently worked at the same place, putting the same effort, showing up every single day. The idea here is that the economy currently is rewarding innovation, not stagnation.
Can someone please tell me that things are going to get better for the economy, for the world? Just someone please tell me that things are going to get better, bro, because I work from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., 2 jobs, and I'm just sitting on my lunch on my second job, and dude, I just can't do this shit anymore. I told myself I would never work a second job again earlier this year, but you know, bills are bills. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But bro, I can't keep doing this shit. I'm tired, like everyone else.
I spent about an hour talking to my grandmother last night. She's 90 years old, and she's actually considering selling her home and her property because that's the country we live in right now. She's 90 years old, and she has to sell everything that she's ever earned. That's the country we live in right now. My grandfather was retired from the military. She has her Social Security. They both worked their whole lives, and she can't afford to live anymore. 90 years old. Put money away, did all the things, and now she has to be put in a position where she has to sell her home.
Even if the prices go lower, the wages will not go up. Even if people are rehired, the people who are fired, or at least part of them, they're still going to struggle because the prices will not go lower and the wages will not go up. Every single year, when the prices multiple times per year on certain items go up, your salary doesn't go up, doesn't catch up with the pace of the prices. And this gap has always been the rule. But the prices haven't skyrocketed this high, plus the devaluation or the buying power of your money hasn't gone down that drastically, that substantially as we've seen for the last couple of years. Considering that almost a quarter of all the money in circulation in US dollars have been printed throughout the virus situation, through the distribution of stimulus checks or any of the relief programs.
Out there is wondering how Americans are doing poorly. We are doing poorly. Yesterday, I woke up to an email from my landlord saying, hey, I'm raising your rent. Why? No reason. We already pay all of the utilities ourselves. That is not included in the rent. So we pay for electricity, and we pay for water, and we pay for natural gas to heat our home. And that bill in particular has skyrocketed this year. Every single month this winter, it was over $600. And we do not turn the heat on. We just turn it so that we can survive. We do not turn it above like 60. So we're freezing in the house all winter. Oh, and also I woke up this morning to an email from my health insurance being like, thanks for your payment. It was deducted automatically, except this time the payment was $400 more than it was last month. Sorry? What's going on? So I called the health insurance company and I was like, why did this happen? And they said, oh, well, the tax premium expired. And I said, tell me why that happened. Is that because of federal budget cuts? Is that because of the New York State budget? Where did that come from? And they said, we don't know. You have to call the New York State Department of Health.
I am so sick of how expensive it is to just live. Before I left work, I had to make sure I bought tickets to my kids' musical for school. And I'm going both nights, and then my parents and my husband's parents are going one night, and then we're going as a family one night. So I just paid for those tickets. For all those tickets all together, it was like $62 or something like that, 62. And then I left work, I got my kids to school, I had to get gas. I was on E. My gas light was on. I had
busy like for the rest of the evening after I wake up after sleeping. So I was like, let me just do it. It just cost $78 to fill my tank. I do have a like a mid-size SUV. I have a Chevy Traverse. But literally before this day has even started, I have now spent $140. How the freak do you sustain life anymore? I don't know. It's so frustrating how expensive everything is. It's like every time you turn around, there's like something else to pay for. And I know that's being an adult and I know that's life, but it's so frustrating.
So you need to understand that when the velocity of money supply outnumbers the actual products, goods, and services produced from the consumers, well, then there is a natural latency in which inflation will catch up with and essentially fill up the gap. There's no space left behind. And like I mentioned, even if now a lot of businesses are showing up, they extend the working hours. They wanna, try to recoup the missed revenue by simply not having enough clients. People don't have enough spending power. They still cannot catch up with the previous pace. You see businesses compare month to month. The sales are down. They're not comparing quarter to quarter. They're not comparing year to date. Because the further back in time you go, the bigger the difference of your revenue or earnings actually comes to the end, right? You realize that you was making personally, or your business was making much more money, much easier throughout the virus situation years, right? And the main concept that you will see is that all these people, they want to work. They're not lazy. They want to work. They want to, be given a chance at least to, use their skills, use their time in exchange for money. But the problem is that the market currently prioritize technological advancements, prioritize AI to get the job done. And this is, no one knows for how long it is going to be. It might end up being forever. It might end up being the new standard. But these people, unfortunately, they have to figure it out the way to actually exchange their current skills and knowledge base with the skills and knowledge base about AI, either working alongside of the AI, improving the AI, or maybe starting their own business. We have seen plenty of stories, people who without any prior technological background being able to utilize AI for either improving their own personal or professional lives. So I truly believe that these people will catch up with, because if you wait for the economy to fix itself or fix your life, you're gonna be waiting forever, unfortunately.